3. He's got some help with him.
Oh, into the wall they go. The 11 now also caught up in it.
The whole
Haley. The 3 of Austin Dillon squeezes through. He is in front. And look at virtually the only car to clear it.
No, the 99 just loses it. Denny Rex.
Well, the 31 just lost it too by himself in that top lane.
I wonder if it was rain.
Well, yeah, I mean, both leaders are in clean air. They both catch their car. That tells me that there's something down there that's reduced.
Trouble back straightaway, guys.
Trevor Bayne.
A number of cars
and
involved.
more. Logano is in it.
Crashing all. Oh, man.
Abbott.
Look at that.
Of Trevor Bayne.
Oh, man. Gosh, this 6 just started to turn all by itself. I mean, it's.
But Darrell, do you think the 27 car being out there on the outside, it just pulled the back?
To lead, Ankrum taking a look outside. Eckes comes up the block. The white flag is out, and now the yellow.
Is that going to be the race because the white came out?
Yes, I think it's a race. I believe that Zane Smith is going to be the winner.
The white flag did come out. He waved, the flagman waved, moves up, and just a little bit of contact right there.
And that was John Hunter Nemechek trying to make a move, and he was pushing him and got him sideways, and then the Klingerman ended up flinging the 4-truck. And after that, you're along for the ride.
Yes, you are.
It's going fine. You think you're in the right place, doing a good job. All of a sudden, a bunch of cars go by you on the outside. And you're still lining and say, roll, what?
Whoa, trouble.
Boy,
the 2-car upside down, over and on to Scott Riggs. It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down. Cars driving under cars. Car right there.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like Shane Meal possibly just got into the back of the 10 car.
The 47 car, yeah.
Yeah, got into Riggs. Look at that 2 flipping. Looks like Rusty Wallace's flip in the number 2 Winston Cup car here not many years ago.
And when they hit the grass, it even tumbled more. There's Randy LaJoy. Greg Biffle.
Oh, Biffle.
There's
Jay Sauter.
Haley made a big move.
Didn't take long, and around goes the 1, and that into the wall hard. That's going to collect multiple cars behind him. Timmy Hill in the 66. Cole Custer in the 00.
Second in line on the top. Gets basically the same situation we've seen. He catches the 2 of Tyler Reddick. It stops his momentum. Christopher Bell's behind him. He doesn't know, can't do anything about it. Just hits the 1 so hard, it spins the 1 out at the front of the field.
Pushed
Into the wall he goes. And they'll collect more cars behind. The 14 stays on the ground.
Hold the brake.
You can see it happening as he was coming around.
Bubba Wallace with contact right there.
But look at him up the racetrack. He's loose, and he starts coming back down the track. Right in the left rear quarter panel. Goes to 48. The 48 wants to push him, but he needs to push him in the right side. But the 14's driving up the track loose. And that offsets him the wrong way.
2.
A lot of blocking on the bottom. Reddick tried to get underneath Suarez, and Blaney's around again.
And he gets nailed by the 11. And it's the big one in turn 2.
Well, if you've been having adversity, I agree. He was on the apron right there. But I think he was watching the 8 car. You know, he was reacting to those 2 cars stacking up in front of him, got on the apron. And Kurt actually drove up on his right front a little bit.
William Byron involved also. There's Hamlin. Both of the front row cars.
Oh, and there goes Fontaine. Contact and around. Crafton involved. Rhodes involved. Parker Kligerman. John Hunter Nemechek. Bo Lamastus.
I think this is where it starts. He's up high and goes to the bottom, and Haley was there. Oh.
Watch this 75 truck, Michael. I mean, it gets, he's in the wreck right here, and he comes down the racetrack, and
no brakes, obviously.
Hit again.
Oh.
Some clean air
on that car. He said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside down. Side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is, upside down.
Chase's car yawed out just a tiny bit in the corner.
And they got him loose.
All it takes.
That's the one. He was going to save it till that last little bump.
I was just going to say, AJ, just be a little patient here. We got a little ways to go yet, and you got a pretty good car. Wow.
In a moment.
This is amazing footage, folks.
Incredible camera work.
And just remember, there's a driver in every one of those cars.
Take it to the outside. Stuff it in the
Trouble
middle.
turn one. Jimmy Johnson gets nailed, and it's a big one. Half the field is piling up in turn one. Martin Truex Jr. is in it. Jimmy Johnson is in it. Fire out from underneath the Ryan Newman machine. That car is ablaze as he heads for the infield. A number of limping along down on the apron. I may have to revise. I think we got more than half that time.
So trouble once again. The caution flag out after they all came to pit road. We're down to 28 laps remaining.
Boy, and it just took out, we were just talking about Paul Menard trying to end.
Well, he's getting a nice push from him. Oh, trouble. Harvick's around.
Oh, got spun on the backside by the 43.
How many is it going to collect?
Hold the brake.
Oh, what a vicious crash. Eric McClure. As you can see, as Kyle Busch went over, Brad Keselowski tried to go over.
That was Joey Logano that was behind Annette.
Yeah, it's like I said, everybody's trying to go to the front, and those holes close up so quickly. You can see the safer barrier deflect tremendously when Eric McClure hit it.
Right there.
This is going to be. They're
stacking up. They're stacking up.
Through turns 3 and 4.
Here we go.
The final time. Big crash behind the race leader, Tony Stewart. That's going to allow Smoke to pull away. What's going to happen behind him? Can Burton get there? No, he can't. Tony Stewart wins it at Daytona.
Oh, we'll take that.
Oh, look at that. Guys getting checked up. Big contact back there. J.J. Ailey's around the 10, the 2, hard into the wall.
Oh, goodness. Kyle Busch involved. Big damage on the 18 as well. Let's see what happens from here.
Looks like it gets a little bit loose. He's trying to save it. More and more contact.
But the 10 spins up in front. I'm going to have to watch it again to see how the 10 spun around. Was it contact from the 15, Junior?
I believe a little contact with the with another car. Not
Ran out of room. Regan Smith got a piece. See Travis Kvapil climbing in. David Rudeman.
Oh, look out, a little contact with a 32. McMurray says, hey, I was in front the last time. You took it away from me earlier today. He's going to try and take it away from him. He's hung in the middle. Here comes Keselowski. Got trouble now. Keselowski's got on the hard side. Look out, they're going to go around.
Behind.
Oh, big crash. Oh, and up into the wall. Look out. The caution is out. The race will finish. And it looks like Brad Keselowski is going to get the race win.
Right behind Harvick, just not enough room.
Yeah, and he had to check up for just a second because he was on the right rear quarter of Kevin Harvick.
And then once he goes around, the chaos begins.
Wow.
Look at Setzer. Wow.
Good to see him get out of that car, but that catch fence does its job.
Well, and remember, they raised the catch fence.
Bowman, here's what happened.
We're going to see some contact here. You see Steve Blackburn duck to the inside. Then the car behind him looked like may have been the 25 car made contact. Then the 35 turned Mike Harmon around right in the middle of all these cars. And look at the hard hits. Alex Bowman goes up on 2 wheels. We saw happening live.
Oh, Benedetto! And everybody!
Good.
Oh,
no. Are you kidding me? This is big. Wow. But it.
Boy, it just reminds me of the clash.
Paul Menard, He gave to Benedetto a little shove, but it was on the outside, on the right side, and that just turned the Benedetto into the outside wall, and then it was on from there.
And a different situation than we saw in the clash between Menard and with Jimmy Johnson, but it was a similar thing when we heard the spotter on the 21 Menard say, well, he zigged and we zagged.